Bangkok is the capital and most populous city of Thailand. It is known in Thai as Krung Thep Mahanakhon, or simply Krung Thep. The city occupies 1,568.7 square kilometers in the Chao Phraya River Delta in central Thailand, and has a population of over 8 million, or 12.6% of the country's population. Over 14 million people live within the surrounding Bangkok metropolitan region, making Bangkok an extreme primate city, dwarfing Thailand's other urban centers in terms of importance. Bangkok traces its roots to a small trading post during the Ayutthaya Kingdom in the 15th century, which eventually grew in size and became the site of two capital cities, Thonburi in 1768 and Rattanakosin in 1782. Bangkok was at the heart of Siam's modernization during the later 19th century, as the country faced pressures from the West. The city was the center of Thailand's political struggles throughout the 20th century, as the country abolished absolute monarchy, adopted constitutional rule and underwent numerous coups and several uprisings. The city grew rapidly during the 1960s through the 1980s and now exerts a significant impact among Thailand's politics, economy, education, media and modern society. The Asian investment boom in the 1980s and 1990s led many multinational corporations to locate their regional headquarters in Bangkok. The city is now a major regional force in finance and business. It is an international hub for transport and healthcare, and has emerged as a regional center for the arts, fashion and entertainment. The city is well known for its vibrant street life and cultural landmarks, as well as its notorious red light districts. The historic Grand Palace and Buddhist temples including Wat Arun and Wat Pho stand in contrast with other tourist attractions such as the nightlife, scenes of Koros and Road and Patpong. Bangkok is among the world's top tourist destinations. It is named the most visited city in MasterCard's Global Destination Cities Index, and was named World's Best City for 4 consecutive years by Travel Plus Leisure magazine. Bangkok's rapid growth amidst little urban planning and regulation has resulted in a haphazard cityscape and inadequate infrastructure systems. Limited roads, despite an extensive expressway network, together with substantial private car usage, have resulted in chronic and crippling traffic congestion. This in turn caused severe air pollution in the 1990s. The city has since turned to public transport in an attempt to solve this major problem. 4 rapid transit lines are now in operation, with more systems under construction or planned by the national government and the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration. History. The history of Bangkok dates at least to the early 15th century, when it was a village on the west bank of the Chao Phraya River, under the rule of Ayutthaya. Because of its strategic location near the mouth of the river, the town gradually increased in importance. Bangkok initially served as a customs outpost with forts on both sides of the river, and became the site of a siege in 1688 in which the French were expelled from Siam. After the fall of Ayutthaya to the Burmese Empire in 1767, the newly declared King Taksin established his capital at the town, which became the base of the Thonburi Kingdom. In 1782, King Phutayot Phorchulalok succeeded Taksin, moved the capital to the eastern bank's Rattanakosin Island, thus founding the Rattanakosin Kingdom. The city pillar was erected on the 21st of April, which is regarded as the date of foundation of the present city. Bangkok's economy gradually expanded through international trade, first with China, then with Western merchants returning in the early to mid-19th century. As the capital, Bangkok was the center of Siam's modernization as it faced pressure from Western powers in the late 19th century. The reigns of Kings Mongkut and Chulalongkorn saw the introduction of the steam engine, printing press, rail transport and utilities infrastructure in the city, as well as formal education and healthcare. Bangkok became the center stage for power struggles between the military and political elite as the country abolished absolute monarchy in 1932. It was subject to Japanese occupation and Allied bombing during World War II, but rapidly grew in the post-war period as a result of United States developmental aid and government-sponsored investment. Bangkok's role as an American military R&R destination boosted its tourism industry as well as firmly establishing it as a sex tourism destination. Disproportionate urban development led to increasing income inequalities and unprecedented migration from rural areas into Bangkok. Its population surged from 1.8 to 3 million in the 1960s. Following the United States' withdrawal from Vietnam in 1973, Japanese businesses took over as leaders in investment, and the expansion of export-oriented manufacturing led to growth of the financial market in Bangkok. Rapid growth of the city continued through the 1980s and early 1990s, until it was stalled by the 1997 Asian financial crisis. By then, many public and social issues had emerged, among them the strain on infrastructure reflected in the city's notorious traffic jams. Bangkok's role as the nation's political stage continues to be seen in strings of popular protests, from the student uprisings in 1973 and 1976, anti-military demonstrations in 1992, and successive anti-government demonstrations by the yellow shirt, red shirt, and light blue shirt movements from 2008 onwards. Administration of the city was first formalized by King Chulalongkorn in 1906, with the establishment of Munthon Krungthep Phra Mahanakhon as a national subdivision. In 1915 the Munthon was split into several provinces, the administrative boundaries of which have since further changed. The city in its current form was created in 1972 with the formation of the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, following the merger of Phra Nakhon Province on the eastern bank of the Chao Phraya and Thornbury Province on the west during the previous year. Name. The etymology of the name Bangkok is unclear. Bang is a Thai word meaning a village situated on a stream, and the name may have been derived from Bangko, ko meaning island, a reference to the area's landscape which was carved by rivers and canals. Another theory suggests that it is shortened from Bang Makok, Makok being the name of Eleocarpus hygrophilus, a plant bearing olive-like fruit. This is supported by the fact that Wat Arun, the historic temple in the area, used to be named Wat Makok. Officially, however, the town was known as Thornbury Si Mahasamut or Thornbury, according to LIEU chronicles. Bangkok was likely a colloquial name, albeit one widely adopted by foreign visitors, whose continued use of the name finally resulted in it being officially adopted with the creation of the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration. When King Rama I established his new capital on the river's eastern bank, the city inherited Ayutthaya's ceremonial name, of which there were many variants, including Krungthep Tawarawadi Si Ayutthaya and Krungthep Mahanakhon Si Ayutthaya. Edmund Roberts, visiting the city as envoy of the United States in 1833, noted that the city, since becoming capital, was known as LIEU, and this is the name used in international treaties of the period. Today, the city is known in Thai as Krungthep Mahanakhon or simply as Krungthep. Its full ceremonial name, which came into use during the reign of King Mongkut, reads as follows. Krungthep Mahanakhon Amonratanarkosin Mahindarayu Mahadilakfur Pnop Faratratchathanibur Amudom Wet Mahasathan Amonfi Manamatansat, Sakathatia Wit Sanu Kamprasit. The name, composed of Pali and Sanskrit root words, translates as City of Angels, Great City of Immortals, Magnificent City of the Nine Gems, Seat of the King, City of Royal Palaces, Home of Gods Incarnate, erected by Vishvakarma at Indra's behest. The name is listed in Guinness World Records as the world's longest place name. If better source needed, Thai school children are taught the full name, although few can explain its meaning as many of the words are archaic, and known to few. Most Thais who recall the full name do so because of its use in a popular song, Krung Thep Maha Nakhon, by Asani Wasan, and will often recount it by singing it, much as an English speaker might sing the alphabet song to recite the alphabet. The entirety of the lyrics is just the name of the city repeated over and over. Government. The city of Bangkok is locally governed by the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, although its boundaries are at the provincial level. Unlike the other 76 provinces, Bangkok is a special administrative area whose governor is directly elected to serve a 4-year term. The governor, together with 4 appointed deputies, form the executive body, who implement policies through the BMA civil service headed by the permanent secretary for the BMA. In separate elections, each district elects 1 or more city councillors, who form the Bangkok Metropolitan Council. The council is the BMA's legislative body, and has power over municipal ordinances and the city's budget. The current Bangkok governor is Mr. Sukumpand Parabatra of the Democrat Party, who was re-elected for his 2nd term in 2013. Bangkok is subdivided into 50 districts, which are further subdivided into 169 sub-districts. Each district is managed by a district director appointed by the governor. District councils, elected to 4-year terms, serve as advisory bodies to their respective district directors. The BMA is divided into 16 departments, each overseeing different aspects of the administration's responsibilities. Most of these responsibilities concern the city's infrastructure, and include city planning, building control, transportation, drainage, waste management and city beautification, as well as education, medical and rescue services. Many of these services are provided jointly with other agencies. The BMA has the authority to implement local ordinances. Although civil law enforcement falls under the jurisdiction of the Metropolitan Police Bureau, the seal of the city shows Hindu god Indra riding in the clouds on Airavata, a divine white elephant known in Thai as Erawan. In his hand Indra holds his weapon, the Vajra. The seal is based on a painting done by Prince Naris. The tree symbol of Bangkok is Ficus benjamina. The official city slogan, adopted in 2012, reads, "As built by deities, the administrative center, dazzling palaces and temples." The capital of Thailand is the capital of Thailand. Bangkok is the seat of all branches of the national government. The Government House, Parliament House and Supreme, Administrative and Constitutional Courts are all located within the city. Bangkok is the site of the Grand Palace and Chitralada Villa, respectively, the official and de facto residence of the king. Most government ministries also have headquarters and offices in the capital.